The gym was alive with flashing lights and booming music, the chatter of students echoing off the polished wooden floor. The prom had been hyped for months, a glittering night meant for laughter and memories. Riley Thompson, 17, a quiet and unassuming girl with long, dark hair tucked behind her ears, stood nervously at the edge of the dance floor. She had always been overlooked, blending into the background while the popular crowd reigned supreme. Her soft pink dress hugged her frame modestly, the delicate lace giving her an ethereal charm that went unnoticed by most. Tonight, she had mustered the courage to ask Ethan, the captain of the football team, to dance, but she had been swiftly rejected in front of the entire gym. Riley's heart sank as Ethan laughed, lightly with his friends, shrugging off her invitation as if it were nothing. The popular girls snickered, whispering behind their hands, and the boys high-fived each other, basking in her humiliation. Riley clenched her fists, her cheeks burning, her mind racing with embarrassment. She wanted to vanish, to melt into the shadows and disappear from the judgmental eyes of the crowd. But before she could take a step back, a shadow fell over her. Ronan Hale, the ringleader of the school bullies, loomed over her with a menacing grin. His broad shoulders and intimidating presence cast a dark silhouette over Riley's small frame. "Oh, look who's crying over a little rejection," he sneered, grabbing her shoulder and spinning her around. His friends circled like sharks, eyes gleaming with anticipation. Riley froze, panic surging through her veins as she realized the gym had gone silent, all eyes now on her. One of Ronan's friends, a tall boy named Jake, grabbed the hem of Riley's dress, tugging at it roughly. "What's the matter, shy girl? Don't like being noticed?" he mocked. Riley tried to pull away, her small hands scrabbling against his grip. But the group of bullies was relentless. With a cruel laugh, Ronan and Jake yanked at her dress, ripping the delicate fabric with a loud tear. The sound echoed through the gym like a gunshot, and gasps erupted from the crowd. Riley's eyes widened, the warm pink dress now shredded and exposing her vulnerability. Her heart pounded, shame and fear mixing into a burning rage she had never felt before. Time seemed to slow as the crowd watched, some horrified, others silently rooting for the bully's next move. Riley's mind raced, adrenaline flooding her system. She had been pushed, mocked, and humiliated countless times, but tonight, something inside her snapped. She refused to be a victim any longer. Her body shifted, muscles tensing, her stance narrowing as she centered herself. Riley had trained in martial arts for years in secret, a skill she had kept hidden to avoid the attention it would bring. But now, it was her only weapon. Riley took a deep breath, grounding herself. She pivoted on her heel, the air whipping past her as her right leg extended in a perfect roundhouse kick. The movement was swift, precise, and utterly unexpected. Ronan's smirk froze mid-sentence as Riley's boot connected with his shoulder, sending him staggering backward into a row of bleachers. The impact echoed with bone-jarring force, and the gym erupted into a mix of gasps and cheers. The bullies' circle faltered, shock flashing across their faces. Riley's friends, who had never imagined her capable of such strength, stared in awe. She didn't pause. Another kick sent Jake sprawling across the polished floor, his laughter replaced with cries of pain. Ronan scrambled to regain his balance, rage and disbelief in his eyes. Riley's chest heaved as she stood firm, her hair falling across her face, eyes blazing with newfound courage. "Leave me alone," she yelled, her voice steady despite the chaos. "No one touches me like that ever again." The gym seemed to hold its breath. The popular crowd, once laughing, now stared silently, some even stepping back in fear. Riley's roundhouse kicks had shattered not just the bully's confidence, but the social hierarchy that had kept her oppressed for so long. As Ronan stumbled to his feet, blood trickling from a cut on his lip, he glared at her, rage turning into an uneasy respect. "This isn't over," he hissed, before retreating with his friends, nursing their bruises and wounded pride. Riley stood alone, chest heaving, adrenaline still coursing through her veins. For the first time, she felt seen not as the shy, overlooked girl, but as someone who could stand up and fight back. Her friends rushed forward, helping her adjust her torn dress and steadying her as the murmurs of the crowd grew louder. Phones came out, snapping pictures, recording videos. The incident would spread like wildfire across social media, turning Riley into a symbol of courage. She smiled faintly, exhaustion mingling with triumph, as she realized that fear had been her prison, and now she had broken free. That night, Riley walked out of the gym not just as the girl who had been humiliated, but as a force to be reckoned with. Her revenge had not been cruel or reckless, it had been calculated, precise, and empowering. As she stepped into the cool night air, her phone buzzed endlessly with messages from classmates praising her bravery. She knew this was only the beginning, and as the lights of the gym faded behind her, she whispered to herself, "Next time, no one will underestimate me."